So I think most people would say that the Fontinalia story quest, the Sandrone story quest in disguise, was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I recorded myself playing through the entirety of it. There were some funny moments like Silali, there was some good character development, like Sandrone being focused on and then her embracing her emotions. I thought that was pretty cool. But then there was one thing that really bothered me about it. In fact, it was the lack of something, the lack of a certain character that has been marketed to us, and that is Fagio. Where was Fagio? Like, what do you mean that Sandrone created a new creation machine that replaces Polonia, but we have literally basically no mention of it during the story? I only found two places where Fagio is even mentioned canonically in the story. The first is in the tea invitation quest, and Fagio is only mentioned by name there. We don't have any appearances of Fagio at all, so if you didn't pull for Sandrone and you haven't used her charged attack, you would even know what Fagio looks like in the story. The second place is that it's buried deep within Sandrone's voiceovers, where she describes a whole paragraph about why she created Fagio, which was because life was difficult after Palonia was not able to be rebuilt. Right? Because like one of the troubles with Sandrone is that, well, she's short, and so she needs someone or something like Polonia to go and help grab books for her. So that's what Fagio helps her with. This was literally highlighted in her character trailer, where after Polonia was gone, Sandrone was like, wait, I literally have to climb ladders to go get a book from the bookshelf. Like, what? Let me just create something to do that. And I think there's a missed opportunity here because there could have been potential for exploring some of Sandrone's character development and her emotions that was seen during the story with trying to build Fagio. Like, it's surprising to me because Polonia was so core to Sandrone's character as well as her marketing that I would akin it to something like how Elia and Clara, they have Berserker and Svarog respectively, where you have like the little girl with the big giant character protector character. And this was Polonia, right? Because even in the Nodcry Archon quest, we got tons of content with Polonia. We even controlled Polonia going and doing Sandrone's chores for her while Sandrone was doing the world formula calculations. We even got to see Polonia fight Rear of all things, and then Sandrone even hyped up Polonia to say that, hey, if I make Polonia better, then maybe Polonia could take down Rear. And then Hoyo made the very bold decision of killing off only Polonia, even though they killed off both Sandrone and Polonia only to revive Sandrone, but then decided that Polonia was too far gone to be rebuilt. And so they replaced Polonia with Fagio, a new creation of Sandrone's, which surprised many people when that happened because people were expecting that Polonia still be a part of Sandrone's character and her combat gameplay. It was so surprising that there's even a Polonia main subreddit that's dedicated to Polonia, even though we know that Polonia is all gone now. So clearly, Hoyo decided that having Fagio over Polonia was a better marketing decision to sell Sandrone as a character. But why was Fagio not introduced in the story then, or utilized in the story at all? There are so many directions that the story could have taken with using Fagio. Like, for example, we could have seen how Sandrone being a little lost in life because Polonia was gone, and so she has to go through the process of creating Fagio, which I think would be quite a difficult process, given how Polonia is also considered one of Alain's greatest creations. We could see how maybe Sandrone uses Fagio to overcome some of the weaknesses that Polonia had. And there could be potential for mirroring some of the creation relationship between Alain, Sandrone, Polonia, and Fagio. How Alain created Polonia and then Sandrone maybe besting Alain with Fagio. But we never got any of that during the story. And not even in the after tea party quests from Sandrone, which I just think is very odd because of how much Fagio is kind of marketed and part of Sandrone's kit as a character as well. If I had to guess, I would think that maybe it's because Polonia was still wanted to be kept as a writing tool for Sandrone in the quest, because we even see how in the Elaine and Sandrone's original location in the game, we still have Polonia standing there. So I think it's clear that the developers and maybe even the writers still want Polonia to be part of Sandrone's character and not have Fagio overshadow Polonia in a way. So I mean, that could be a reason, but then it's like, wait, why create Fagio in the first place? Why not do a similar design to Palonia, like Palonia the sequel, Palonia the better, Palonia the pupil, you know, something like that. Like, it's just so surprising to me. Why not revive Palonia in a similar fashion to how Sandrone was revived? So, I still liked the Fontinalia story quest. I still liked Sandrone's character development. I just think overall, this whole lack of Fagio content was quite surprising to me in the story. And these are my thoughts on it. So yeah, thank you for listening to me yap on this, and catch you on the next video.